adding a double crochet border onto your project, as you can see here. This is a single crochet we did. I believe one side looks better than the other. This is a single crochet we did. Again, the two yarns were a different size, so I did more single crochet. And this is the double crochet border, if you can see it. It actually makes a higher, like thicker border, which is great if you're trying to make space up. So I mean, it may take you a little longer, but you also get more of a space. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to frog what I just did. And that's what I do like about crochet, is when you want to frog, you just pull and it just erases your work. So don't feel bad. And we're going to start over. Now, normally you start on a corner. I just wanted to show you kind of right there how it looked when you went around an edge. But you're going to pick one corner. I'm going to pick this one. And what's great is because I've got the single crochet left over. Let me let the camera focus here for a minute. Since I have the single crochet, we can go in between these to get our hook through. So we're going to do our slip knot on our yarn, which I already have from before. And then we got, just pick your corner that you want to start in. Oops, would help if you had the right side of the crochet hook. So pick into a corner. Okay. Get your slip knot on the crochet hook. We're going to bring that through. And what we're going to do, excuse me, is we're going to have our working yarn. And we're going to wrap it once. Okay, as you can see, it's wrapped once. Now go into a stitch. Grab your working yarn. Come back out. Again, you got 3 loops. So go ahead and wrap it again. Go through 2 loops. And you can tell whether you've gone through 2, and then you have 2 left. Wrap it again. Go through 2 more. So you have 1 loop left. So when you want to do it again, you've got your double crochet here, wrap it once, and then insert it in a stitch. Go behind to grab your working yarn, come forward, and again you see the 3 loops you have on there. Wrap it again, which is called like a yarn over, but I just figured wrapping sounds easier. Go through these 2 stitches right here. And again, you'll have 2 left. So then go ahead, wrap one more time, and come through again. And what you're getting is a higher stitch right there, as you can see. And that's all you're going to do, is going to wrap it or yarn over it once. Go into your stitch. The next stitch that you can find, grab your working yarn from behind, bring it through so you have 3 loops. Wrap it again. Take it through the first 2 loops. Wrap it again. Take it through the last 2 loops. And that is your double crochet. And you're going to work that all the way across. If you want, you could do some chains in the beginning, but again, we're going to be joining them so we can make it join together. And this is a great stitch. When I did the sample, I didn't have to add as many in the corner. If you remember with the single crochet video, we had to do extra in the corner to turn to get the project over. With double crochet, for me at least, you don't have to do as many. So we're going to continue this process all the way over till we get to a corner, and then we'll show you how it turns. So what we are, again, we're getting ready to turn this corner, which is, again, for me, the last corner I have to do before I work my way to the other side. So you got your working yarn, and what you're going to be doing is I got one more stitch before I hit that corner. I'm letting the camera focus for a minute. I'm sorry. I think I must have been for my scratch off ticket. I just did. So you do your yarn over, go into your stitch, get your 3, wrap it again, go through 2, and go through 2 again. Now, again, we're pretty much at the corner, so what you're going to want to do is an extra double crochet probably. And what's great is if it doesn't look like it's enough to turn as smoothly as you want, just go ahead and do another one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in that same stitch that I just did right there, and I'm going to do another double crochet in it. I'm going to go right to the same stitch I just did, and do the same double crochet. And I apologize if the camera's a little out of focus. And what that's going to do is that's going to help me turn to get to this row over here. Again, you can decide whether you need more or less. It just depends on the yarn you're using, and then just work your way around like normal. And you'll see as you work each stitch, oops, just keeping your yarn loose. So we're just getting ready to work our way right around. Right around we go. Oops, getting our yarn over it. Okay. And as you can see, it's working that turnaround. As you can see, if I hold this way, we're working around the edge. So now you just could keep doing it until you get to the part where you have to join the two together. And again, I'm sorry for the gunk on my nail. I think, like I said, I had a scratch off ticket. But again, so just keep working it. I've got this one last little section to do here, and then I'll show you how to join them together. But again, so far, it gives us a nice little crochet edge. Now we're on the last little part. As you can see, we're going to take this part and we need to join it to the part that we started with. So I need to do a few more double crochets. So again, we're doing the yarn over. We're going into our stitch. And we're going to work our way to that section that we need to join together. It's somewhat like a corner here, but not quite the same as being a full-on corner. And if it looks like I did something wrong, it's because my yarn is fraying a little bit, so it's making it a little annoying. But I'm going to go in that last stitch here, do our same double crochet that we've been doing. Two again, and now we'll wrap it one more time, go into that stitch, come through, have our 3, 1, wrap it again, and 2. Now we need to join those, so we're going to come over here and we're going to grab one of our first stitches. This is the way I would do it. There may be a different way. Bring it through, wrap it, come through, and what that's going to do is kind of help bring them together if you give it a little tug. And now I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut my working yarn so that I can bring it through the project. Oops. Let's come down here a little bit. So I can come through the project and bring it all the way through. Give it a little tug. And if you're not happy with it, then you can just kind of use your crochet hook and kind of work that working yarn that you have, weave it into the starting point. And that will help to close off that corner a little more, as you see right now. And I apologize for the mess in the background. Okay, so as you can see, you got this nice rounded corner. They're joined together, and you want to make sure that you're tying off your working yarn. You can come to the back and you'll see where you started and you finished. If you wanted to, you could tie those two together. And I would do a double knot if you can. Like I said, this is the back of the project, and we're just tying it, the straggler we had at the beginning of the project to our straggler that we have now at the end of the project. And we're just going to tie those tight, and then we're going to take our scissors again, and we're just going to trim the excess off that we don't need. And there we have a nice crochet border around, a double crochet border. And it just adds a little more to the project. And again, you can alternate between doing it. I mean, if you're using the same weight of yarn, like this blue and this green are about the same weight, so they'll look nice together, but because this first one was so thick, it may not look as best. And again, if you're using a thicker yarn for one part and then moving on to like a thinner or thicker, you may need to alter how many you do in between each stitch. But this is just a nice little, another way to have a finishing edge on a loom knit project. And again, you could alternate, you could go back through, restart and do a single crochet around, and then, you know, do a pattern of single crochet and double crochet if you wanted. But again, I'll share more crochet borders as I learn them, and I hope you like this.